I think managing up has such a negative reputation. Whenever people say they have to manage up, it always sounds like some dirty work that they have to do. But I'm going to challenge you today to think of managing up in a new light that might actually make things fun, not to mention productive for you. So, the typical ideology behind managing up is that as you're managing up with your boss, you're somehow ignoring the realities of managing down with your team or across, that you're somehow sycophantic, extremely focused just on relationships instead of being a productive worker. And I'm here to tell you that is so far from the truth, but it's something that we are just grounded in when we think of managing up as a bad term. What I tell my students is that managing up doesn't have to be these things. Managing up is just the act of constantly communicating with your boss or people above what you intend to do, and at the same time, trying your best to understand what their incentives and goals are. That is it. It is the act of trying to figure out how you can help them using completely legitimate means by doing things that you already plan to do in your workflow, but thinking about where it makes the most impact to them, inferring or directly understanding what they expect of you. In other words, getting out of your own head, instead of just thinking of yourself as the hero or protagonist, I'm going to do this and that in my everyday work. Think about where you can provide value to others. And it's not just up, it's also down, it's also across, it's also all around the organization. Let me say it again. Managing up is just about understanding the incentives and mindset of those around you, especially the people that can make or break your career in a company, typically your boss or senior leadership, that you have to really understand what they expect of you. The way to manage up is constant, ongoing communication. It's not something that you do once a month and then forget about it. It may not even be something that you only do once a week. It's having this constant line of communication. It's not about doing exactly what your boss says you should do. It's not about adopting exactly the same style of work as your boss. Everybody is different at work. You have your own style that has gotten you here, that's made you effective. It's only about keeping the lines of communication open and trying to understand the incentives of other people. If you can reframe your thinking of what managing up is, you will be able to take the next step in your career, no matter where you are, no matter what industry, no matter what role. Good luck.